Have you ever picked up a Rubik's Cube? It feels like a small, colorful mystery in your hands. You twist it a few times and the colors get all mixed up. Suddenly, it looks impossible to solve. A lot of people believe you have to be a genius to fix it. But that is not true at all. The secret isn't about being smart, it's about learning a simple method. This guide will show you that method step by step. We will break down the puzzle into easy, manageable parts. You can do this. With a little patience and practice, you will be able to solve the Rubik's Cube every single time. It's a journey, and we're starting it together right now. The Rubik's Cube is more than just a toy. It has been a popular puzzle for decades, challenging people of all ages around the world. It teaches us about patterns, algorithms, and problem solving. When you first hold a scrambled cube, it can feel overwhelming. The jumble of red, blue, orange, green, yellow, and white squares seems random, but there is an order hidden within the chaos. Our goal is to uncover that order. This guide is designed for absolute beginners. We will use simple language and avoid confusing jargon. You don't need to know anything about cubing to start. All you need is a cube and the willingness to learn. Think of solving the Rubik's Cube like learning a new skill such as riding a bike or playing an instrument. At first it feels awkward and you might make mistakes. But with each attempt, you get a little better. You start to recognize the patterns and remember the moves. The feeling of finally solving the cube for the first time is amazing. It's a huge confidence booster. It proves that a complex problem can be solved by breaking it down into smaller, simpler steps. This guide will be your coach, walking you through each of those steps until you reach the finish line. So let's get ready to begin this exciting challenge. Find a comfortable spot and grab your 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Don't worry about how scrambled it is. The more mixed up, the better. We are going to learn how to tame this colorful beast. Remember, every master was once a beginner. The person who solves a cube in 10 seconds started just like you, with a scrambled cube and a desire to learn. By the end of this guide, you will have the knowledge and the skills to solve it on your own. Let's unlock the secret of the cube together. Your journey to becoming a cube solver starts now. Before we start twisting and turning, let's understand the pieces of the cube. The Rubik's Cube is not just a block of colored stickers. It is made of smaller individual pieces that move together. There are 3 types of pieces you need to know. First are the center pieces. Each face of the cube has one centerpiece, and it only has one color. The important thing to remember is that the center pieces never move from their position. The white center will always be opposite the yellow center, blue will always be opposite green, and red will always be opposite orange. They are our anchors. Next, we have the edge pieces. These are the pieces located in the middle of each edge of the cube. If you look closely, you'll see that each edge piece has 2 colors on it. For example, you might find an edge piece that is white on one side and blue on the other. There are 12 edge pieces in total on a 3x3 cube. These pieces can move all around the cube when you twist it, but they will always be in an edge position between 2 center pieces. Understanding where the edge pieces belong is a key part of solving the puzzle, especially when we build our first cross. Finally, we have the corner pieces. As the name suggests, these pieces are located at the corners of the cube. Each corner piece has 3 different colors on it. For example, you might have a corner piece with white, red, and blue faces. There are 8 corner pieces in total. Just like the edge pieces, the corner pieces can travel all over the cube as you mix it up. However, a corner piece will always remain a corner piece. It can never end up in an edge spot or a center spot. Knowing this helps you identify which piece needs to go where. So, let's recap the 3 essential parts. We have 6 center pieces, 1 for each color, and they are fixed in place. They tell us what color each face of the solved cube will be. We have 12 edge pieces, each with 2 colors, and we have 8 corner pieces, each with 3 colors. That's a total of 26 individual pieces that form the puzzle. Take a moment to look at your cube. Try to find a centerpiece, an edge piece, and a corner piece. Understanding these parts is the very first step toward solving the puzzle. It's the foundation for everything we will do next. Our first goal is to create a white cross on one face of the cube. We will choose the white face to start with, so find the white centerpiece and hold it so it's facing up. The goal is to find the 4 edge pieces that have white on them, and arrange them around the white centerpiece. But it's not enough to just have a white cross. Each white edge piece also has a second color, and that second color must match the centerpiece next to it. For example, the white and blue edge piece must be placed between the white center and the blue center. This is a very important detail. To begin, keep the white centerpiece facing up. Now look around the cube for an edge piece that has white on it. Let's say you find the white and red edge piece. Your task is to move that piece into its correct spot, which is between the white center and the red center. You can do this by turning the faces of the cube. Don't worry about messing up other pieces right now, just focus on getting that one white and red edge piece into place. Once it's there, check to make sure the white side is facing up and the red side is lined up with the red centerpiece. Repeat this process for the other 3 white edge pieces. Find the white and green edge piece and move it into its spot between the white and green centers. Then find the white and orange edge piece and move it to its spot. Finally, locate the white and blue edge piece and get it into position. Sometimes a white edge piece might be in the right spot but flipped the wrong way. For instance, the blue side might be facing up instead of the white side. To fix this, you'll need to move it out of the top layer, reorient it by turning the side faces, and then move it back into place correctly. Take your time with this step. It's more about intuition than following strict formulas. Practice moving the edge pieces around the cube to see how they behave. The key is to solve one edge piece at a time without messing up the ones you have already placed. Once you have all 4 white edge pieces in their correct positions, your cube should have a perfect white cross on top. The white stickers will form a plus sign, and if you look at the sides of the cube, the color on each arm of the cross will match the centerpiece below it. Congratulations, you've completed the first major step. Now that we have our white cross, the next step is to solve the entire first layer. This means we need to place the 4 white corner pieces into their correct spots. A solved first layer will have the entire white face completed, and the colors on the side of that layer will form a solid band that matches the center pieces. To do this, we need to find the corner pieces that have white on them. Remember, each corner piece has 3 colors. For example, we will be looking for the corner piece that is white, red, and blue. This piece belongs in the corner between the white, red, and blue centerpieces. Start by holding your cube with the completed white cross facing up. Now look at the bottom layer, the yellow side, for a corner piece that has white on it. Let's say you find the white, blue, and orange corner piece. The first thing you need to do is move that corner piece so it is directly underneath the spot where it belongs. In this case, you would rotate the bottom layer until the white, blue, orange corner is located in the bottom layer, right below the corner between the white, blue, and orange centers on the top layer. Positioning the piece correctly is half the battle. Once the corner piece is in the correct position in the bottom layer, we can use a simple sequence of 4 moves to bring it up into place. This sequence is very easy to remember, and we'll call it the righty algorithm. Right side up, top side left, right side down, top side right. With the corner piece you want to move positioned at the front right on the bottom, perform this sequence. You might need to do it more than once. Keep repeating the 4-move sequence until the corner piece pops into the top layer with all its colors correctly oriented. The white sticker will be facing up, and the side colors will match. Now you just have to repeat this process for the other 3 white corner pieces. Find a white corner in the bottom layer, move it below its target spot, and perform the righty algorithm until it's solved. What if a white corner piece is already in the top layer, but it's in the wrong spot or twisted incorrectly? No problem. Just hold the cube so that corner is at your front right, perform the righty algorithm once to pop it out and send it to the bottom layer. Then you can position it correctly and use the same algorithm to put it back in the right way. Keep going until the entire white face is solved. With the first layer complete, it's time to flip the cube over. The solved white face should now be on the bottom, and the yellow center should be facing up. Our goal for this step is to solve the middle layer. This means we need to place the 4 edge pieces that do not have yellow on them into their correct spots in the middle layer. Look at the edge pieces in the top, yellow layer. You are searching for pieces with 2 colors that match the side centers, for example, the red and blue edge piece or the orange and green edge piece. Any edge piece with yellow on it belongs in the top layer, so we will ignore those for now. Once you find a non-yellow edge piece in the top layer, the first task is to line it up. Rotate the top layer until the front-facing color of your chosen edge piece matches the centerpiece on the side facing you. For example, if you found the red and blue edge piece, turn the top layer until its red face is above the red center. Now, you need to determine if this piece needs to move to the right or to the left to get into its correct middle layer spot. Look at the color on the top of the edge piece. In our example, it's blue. Is the blue center to the right or to the left of the red center? This tells you which way the piece needs to go. There are two simple algorithms for this step, one for moving the edge piece to the right and one for moving it to the left. Let's say the piece needs to go to the right. You will perform this sequence. Top face to the left, perform the righty algorithm, right up, top left, right down, top right. Then turn the whole cube to the right so the new center is facing you, and perform the lefty algorithm. Left up, top right, left down, top left. This might seem complicated at first, but with practice, it becomes a smooth motion that places the edge piece perfectly. If the edge piece needs to move to the left, the sequence is simply mirrored. You start by moving the top face to the right. Then, you perform the lefty algorithm with your left hand. After that, you turn the whole cube to the left so the new center is facing you, and perform the righty algorithm with your right hand. Find all four middle layer edge pieces in the top layer, and use these two sequences to place them one by one. If an edge piece is already in the middle layer but in the wrong spot, just use one of the algorithms to insert any other piece in its place. This will pop the incorrect piece out into the top layer, and then you can solve it correctly. This is the final and most exciting part of the solve. With the first two layers complete, we only have the last layer, the yellow face, to go. This final stage is broken down into a few mini steps. First, we create a yellow cross on the top face. You might already have a yellow cross, or you might see a yellow dot, an L shape, or a horizontal line. Hold the cube so if you have an L shape, it's in the top left corner, or if you have a line, it's horizontal. Then perform this sequence. Front face clockwise, perform the righty algorithm. Front face counterclockwise. You may need to do this 2 or 3 times to form the yellow cross. Once you have the yellow cross, we need to solve the rest of the yellow face, making it all one color. You'll use another simple algorithm for this. Look at the corners of the yellow face. Position the cube so that a corner piece that is not yet yellow on top is at the front right position. Now repeatedly perform the righty algorithm. Right up, top left, right down, top right. Keep doing it until that specific corner piece has its yellow sticker facing up. It might take 2, 4, or 6 times. The rest of the cube will look scrambled, but don't panic. This is normal. Once that corner is solved, turn only the top layer to bring the next unsolved corner to the front right spot and repeat the algorithm. After making the entire top face yellow, you're almost done. The last step is to position the last layer corners and edges correctly. You might have one side fully solved already or none at all. If one side is solved, hold it at the back. If not, don't worry. We will use one final long algorithm to permute the pieces. It goes like this: right side down, front face clockwise, right side down, back face clockwise twice, right side up, front face counterclockwise, right side down, back face clockwise twice, and right side up twice. You may need to do this once or twice, and suddenly, all the pieces will snap into their solved positions, and just like that, you've done it. Every face of the Rubik's Cube is a single, solid color. The puzzle that once seemed impossible is now solved, sitting perfectly in your hands. It's a fantastic feeling of accomplishment. Remember, solving the cube is a skill that gets easier and faster with practice. Don't be discouraged if you need to follow these steps closely at first. Soon, the moves will become muscle memory. Anyone, including you, can learn to solve the Rubik's Cube. All it takes is a little bit of patience and following the steps. Congratulations on becoming a cube solver.